Lately, you've been hearing a lot about CCF facilitators if you've been following the news here at CCF. This is a very important position that we are trying to elevate in our Lutheran Church Missouri Synod circles. A CCF facilitator is a church worker, pastor, teacher, DCE, other professional church workers, and also some select lay leaders who will be chosen by CCF as they partner with us to become leaders of family discipleship in our Lutheran Church Missouri Synod. I say chosen by CCF because we ask anyone to look into it and find out more about what it is, and then to be in touch with me, the Executive Director of CCF, Dr. Biermann, and to talk together whether they might indeed be a good fit for this role of CCF facilitator. In order to do that, let me just give you a quick introduction right now. A facilitator is someone who understands family discipleship, that it is a partnership of growth in faith between the church and the home. Family members are to grow in faith with regular gathering with the body of believers and corporate worship and activities of the church. That's essential. But they also continue to grow in faith in the home on a daily basis by receiving Christ's gifts together, His Word, remembering their baptism, cherishing understanding that they learn from putting the scriptures into practice. This active life of discipleship between church and home is something that CCF facilitators will be trained to understand and practice themselves first, because it starts with me. That's the most important thing to remember. If I'm going to teach it, I need to be doing it. So facilitators will be practicing such growth in church and home. Then they will also lead the congregations where they serve to practice family discipleship, to see that all the life of the church needs to center around this concept of families that are growing at home as well as at church, and to give them the resources, the training, the equipment to do so. And so a facilitator is someone who puts it into practice, leads the congregation to put it into practice, and then influences others, those congregations around them, the whole world, so that more will become disciples of Jesus. Specifically in the training that we will offer to these facilitators, we will help them to better articulate what it is for family discipleship, to understand the clear definition of it. That's a common definition throughout our Missouri Synod circles that I've been promoting and others are sharing with me. Secondly, to be able to self-assess. How am I doing with my own family discipleship? How's my congregation doing? Those around me. And to use perhaps even our resource tools, self-assessment that we provide, but also our Deeper Faith in Life survey, a great resource for congregations to use to understand how well they're doing, our strengths, their weaknesses, growth areas for family discipleship. Also then, after having done the assessment, to see the host of resources that CCF can provide and connect to. We have a number of resources that are available already through CCF. You can see those on our website. We also have a number of partners where we can direct our facilitators to go and find what they need and direct the congregation they serve to go and find resources. Resources are a key part. And then also, it's the networking that we will provide. In our training as a CCF facilitator, there'll be networking with other leaders of our synod, from our International Center offices of the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod, to our seminaries and higher ed institutions, to other church workers who will also be training to be facilitators. The networking that will happen in the 5-day training that we will provide is an essential piece of helping our church workers be ready to go home and put it into practice as they have others to support them in an ongoing way, like-minded individuals doing the same thing, and to receive that prayer support during the week and growth themselves during the week. It's also an essential part of this training for our church workers to have a plan of how they're going to go home and put it into practice immediately. Not someday when I get around to it, but immediately. Quick steps, simple resources for quick wins, simple plans to make shifts, a tweak in attitude, a tweak in behavior right away, so that then effective growth as disciples will happen right away in the congregation, in the home, and then in the world that we serve. If you'd like to learn more about a CCF facilitator, I encourage you to check out what it says on our website, where you can find underneath our resources the CCF facilitator. It's under the services section, CCF facilitator, and it tells all about this with more detail. And then it tells you how to get in touch with me so you can talk further. I hope to hear from some of you, or if you're not a church worker yourself, maybe those who are serving you as church workers, you can direct them to consider this as well. I pray that God will bless us all as we raise up more to be CCF facilitators.